What is going on, guys? My name is Commander Coach Sylveon Casey, and welcome to the ZASTL Season 1 Post-Draft Analysis. Now, if you didn't see my post-draft analysis, which you probably should have, go back about 5 hours or so, and probably the previous video, and you will see my post-draft analysis. We'll probably talk about my team later on, but while we are getting in people, you can see some of the pick names going in, and we'll go over all those. But I'm going to make the message. There. Okay. So while everyone's getting together, let's talk about some of these picks that were made. And that'll be able to cycle in some people. So I'm going to start with the next one after Pukumuku. Okay. So Cheat with the 155th pick, Commander selects Mega Absol of Johto, which is really hoeing, but that's besides the point. And yes, I'm Commander TV. 27 picked the Lilyco Lopunny select Alolan Sandslash from I'm not spelling it out for you. With the 177th pick of the ZASTLE draft, Twong selects Blissey from Johto, or wherever. And then Pedro selects Exploud from the second crappiest region. With the 182nd pick, Nojon selects Porygon Z from 27's computer after a porn virus. And then Credilli also came from 27's collection of interesting things. We have Tokatek, who came from my fairy collection. Cheat draft Chinook from a mushroom farm for 1 point. And then also Technode grabbed Gourgeist from the pumpkin farm nearby, I guess. Blue draft Lycanroc Day from the Wolf Pack. And T-Bug has joined us. We're just going over some of the fun picks that were given before we go over everyone. We're just going over some of the fun picks that were given, like how Tentacruel was from the HentaiFoundry.com. Before we just trying to get people in here before we go over every single team besides mine, because I've already done mine. Just like the 99th pick from the ZASTLE draft, Nojon selects Heatran from FME. That was from 27. And Pedro has also joined us. Metagross from Snipeville was drafted by Ice. In the 134th pick, Oaks select Golbat from Every Cave Everywhere. It looks like Oaks just joined as I said that. Nojon selected Zygarde 10% from Freaking Nature. Nojon select Alolan Muk from Where the F Do You Think? You can't see the end part, but I know what it says. And then Taco selects the star of the Bee movie, Jerry Seinfeld, aka Rabombi. And the last one is Dash selects Pukumuku from the Depths of Hell, aka Alola. So enough of the fun picks. Let's move into every single team, starting from the beginning, whom we do not have blue for this, but first off we are going to be talking about Blue's team, which is the Miami Tapu Finis, consisting of Zweilous, Jirachi, Mega Venusaur, Azumarill, Salamence, Galvantula, Porygon 2, Cryogonal, Terrakion, Hippowdon, Torkoal, Lycanroc Day, Hawlucha, and he still can get another Pokemon because he has 12 points. If no one wishes to speak first, I'm going to talk right now. First off, he franchised Zweilous, which is an interesting pick. I mean, it still can do something, but it also gave him 20 points, 20 extra points, which is really good in this type of format. He got Jirachi, which is obviously a really nice, and Dash, I'll be able to say Dash's stuff as he's typing. He got Jirachi, which is really good steel type. Mega Venusaur, one of the best megas in the game. Really good grass type. He got the very strong Azumarill, Choice Band, Aqua Jet, does a lot. And Dash will be here for 30 minutes. Hopefully some other people join in. We have Salamence, another dragon type, but I don't think Zweilous was his main dragon type. But he has Salamence. He has now Galvantula, really good at putting up webs and being electric typings. Porygon 2, always the duck bulk. Cryogonal is a rapid spinner, but I don't normally see it for rapid spinning. I normally see it for like Choice Scarf Freeze Dry or Choice Scarf something. He has Terrakion, which is a really nice pick how low it was, but Terrakion can do a lot, but it's kind of predictable. There's not a whole lot of sets. Hippowdon, which is good because it took away from the Detroit Latiases, which we'll get to that in a second. But Hippowdon, I mean, sand, a really nice wall. If he has the sand, though, it hurts a lot of Focus Sashers and Mega Venusaur using Synthesis. He has Torkoal, which is another rapid spinner, a little more better rapid spinner than Cryogonal, but still a really good rapid spinner. Still takes 25% from rocks, though. He has Lycanroc Day, so that's his first Gen 7 Mon. That is his first Gen 7 Mon and his only Gen 7 Mon. Lycanroc Day can put up hazards, but I don't think you'll see people doing that. I think you'll see him running rock slides, crunches, a speedy offensive set. And then Hawlucha obviously can put in a whole lot if you have a subset, or with the flying and fighting type stabs. That covers a lot of types right there. Does anyone else? Because right now we have Dash, who's just listening. We have Oaks, who's just listening. We have Pedro, who's just listening. We have Z, who's just listening. And then T-Bug's the only one brave enough to actually talk. So do you have any thoughts, T-Bug?
I think you kind of forgot to mention, Lycanroc can do Sand Rush, so there's that.
Ooh, that's a very good point. With Hippowdon, Sandrush, Lycanroc, which would be really, really good.
Kind of general thing, this Zweilous pick a lot of basically have a bunch of free extra points to just pick up a bunch of stuff you really had no business being able to pick up. So, I'm in this team's division, and I'm going to have so much fun facing this twice this year.
That is very true. Okay, yeah, it's not very good hazard control on his end, but...
And other than that, he's got Defog Men and two really not that great spinners. It's not like he has a lot of things to use the sand. I mean, Mega Venusaur gets what, better synthesis? Okay, then he gets destroyed better by fire type things.
That's just me being nitpicky. Overall, I really like the team.
I would totally agree. Caper has joined us from the depths of wherever he lives, but he has not... There he is. He is here. So, Caper, do you have any thoughts on Blue's team?
Who? Blue?
Blue.
Let me pull up the sheet real quick.
It's the first team on the sheet.
And they delete the sheet page.
Dash wants me to remind everyone, or just remind myself, to bring up the schedule sheet eventually, which we'll probably do that at the end. As I did not save that.
Oh, I gotta find the sheet. I should have saved it. Here it is.
Meanwhile, while Caper finds the sheet, I'm gonna try and figure out how I can throw the schedule on.
Wireless, Jirachi, Venusaur, Lumen, Salon, Conventional, Porygon 2. Oh shit. Why is Porygon 2 only 11 points?
It's a good point. I mean, it's kind of predictable, but it's still really good at what it does.
Wait, no, I'm thinking Porygon Z.
Oh.
Because Porygon 2 relies on Eevee to be bulky. Unless you want to do Z conversion.
And not be banned Z conversion, or maybe I don't even know the rules.
I think it's banned.
Yeah.
Any...
Oh, right,
Oh,
they get banned. Okay.
Porygon Z should be more than 11 points too.
Yeah, Z says it's banned. I'm sure Dash is about ready to say it's banned too.
Like
Okay.
and Rock Daylight. Alucha, Torko. His team seems kind of even. Like on the physical special side. That's all I really look at.
And just to let everyone know, Techno has joined us. However, he is not talking. Okay, with Blue's team out of the way, that we've talked about for 10 minutes, we are now going to move on to T-Bug's team, coach of the San Diego Wingles. His team consists of Gastrodon, Nihiljo, which I'm not going to say correctly, never, Skarmory, Buzzwald, Terrestrian, Clefairy, Dragalge, Swellow, Cloyster, Aromatisse, Gardevoir, Guzzlord, Meloetta, and Torcat. And if you look at his team, first off, he franchised Gastrodon, which can be good, kinda, sometimes. But the biggest thing I see, he has 1, 2, 3 Ultra Beasts, and no Mega.
No. Gastrodon can be good if we think about what is his water weaknesses. Torracat. That's it. And Nihilego.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gastrodon want that good of a pickup. Like
Hey,
if he
I
was trying to.
pick my favorite Mon, and I did. And as we all know, it is clearly the shittiest franchise pick. It's clearly worse than Xylos for magical reasons.
And Dash is trying to Nihilego. So like Ego my Ego.
I'll say
Same difference.
Yeah, this is definitely the shittiest roster in the entire league.
Cheat, Caper, and Zach have the best teams on paper. For real? I just drafted random.
I was making a joke, Caper. Yeah.
Oh.
It's really
However-
slow. That's the one thing I don't like about it. I made it too slow.
I would agree to that. It's kind of a slow team.
Yeah, because my only things above 100 speed are Nihilego and Cloyster and Meloetta Pirouette form.
That just means you're gonna have a decent Trick Room team.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
I got
Koff-
that.
Yeah,
a couple-
Rodriguez can learn Trick Room, right?
I have 3 Trick Room setters.
Well, there you go.
Sorry, 4 Trick Room setters. 5 Trick Room setters. I have
Even
5
better.
Trick Room setters. I lied.
Even better.
So T-Bug
Nihilego, I
will be
believe,
playing
gets
Trick
it.
Room.
Clefairy gets it. Aromatisse, Gardevoir, and Meloetta.
Bruh.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to run speed, lower nature on Meloetta.
Who said I'm going to do that? Maybe I'll just run Iron Ball.
point of
How's
not
that?
doing
Iron Ball Meloetta.
Oh, true. Hold on, but then you could just run. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm not even.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the guy who runs the weird shit.
Yeah, T-Bug does the
I promise
weird.
you, we will, in fact, banded Nihilego at one point this year. I promise you that.
Bandit?
Banded Nihilego with Head Smash. I guarantee you someone's going to get that.
Luckily, it won't be me because I don't face T-Bug.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure I find a way to face you.
Yes,
And I
Techno,
will
this
bring
is
the
going
weird-
on YouTube.
I'll bring all the Ultra Beast against you.
Well, as I have no Gen 7, that would make sense. And Zach
I'll
has
bring
now
all
joined,
the-
and now he's left.
They all do nothing.
Okay, we're going to move on now to Skyla's team, coach of the Kansas City Charmanders. Her team consists of Mew, Thunderstarian, Savali, Scolipede, Latias, Mega Scizor. Right? Yeah. Mega Scizor, Schmeargle, Lucario, Whimsicott, Rhydon, Monferno, Licky, and Corsola. And already off the bat, Mew is scary to franchise, and that's exactly what she did. She has Savali, which can be any type, whatever you want. And she has definitely good ways of getting rid of hazards, being in Latias, Mega Scizor, Mew. And then she has Schmeargle, which can do kind of whatever you want it to do. The only thing the thing that I see would be an issue is her water type is a Corsola, and her fire type's a Monferno.
Hey, Monkey King is decent. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. Her water type is Savali, according to Dash, which kind of makes sense, because water, or Savali can be, and her fire type's Savali. Everything, all of her types are Savali. That's all you need to know.
Hey, I should have drafted that thing. That would have been my answer for Megalopony this season. Oh, I fucked up.
And Oaks wants everyone to know that Savali is a donkey, because I don't say those words. But any thoughts on Skyla's team, as I have to face her week 10? I face her Kansas City versus Kansas City.
Let's see. Screw her. She stole Smeargle from me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dash says pray for us all, which I would totally agree with. Her team is scary, but I'm not going to give up all hope quite yet.
I think it's mildly scary.
If she's 9-0 when it gets to me facing her, yeah, then pray and hope that I don't die.
I mean, the good news is at least that you can get hazards on her, and she won't be able to do much about getting rid of her own.
Yeah, true, because her hazard removal lies in Defog.
Defog Stealth Rock Mew?
True.
Pure support Mew. I would run that.
Also, she seems really baton pass heavy. That's another thing.
Oh yeah,
Toxic Spike, Scolipede.
Scolipede, Smeargle garbage. Scizor can do it too. Mew can do it. So there's lots of garbage.
Monferno can learn Stealth Rocks if it want to. Scarf it up.
Oaks wants everyone to be pointed out that Fire and Dark types crap all over her hazard removal, which is very, very true.
Which is absolutely
because Prankster got nerfed. Wait, Whimsicott gets Prankster, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Whimsicott kind of shits on Dark type still.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I'm still bringing Firefang on my crook, so come eat that.
Well, I hope your crook's able to eat Moonblast.
Man.
Next, we have Cal's team. Coach of the Detroit Latios is my Week 1 match. His team consists of Mega Latios, Excadrill, Florges, Emboar, Gigalith, Serperior, Mantine, Sneasel, Braviary, Seismitoad, Tornadus Incarnate, Volcanion, Raichu, Misdreavus, and Volibede. Which is a horrible amount of mons to try and prep for, because I'm already prepping. And number 2, her team just screams, I'm gonna kill your fairy types. And number 3, I hate Seismitoad. That's all I have to say about that team. It's very, 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 very good. There's not... It'll be how much you can out-prep Cal. And I assume Cal's a really good battler. So I'm going to assume he's really good at prepping. And so I'm going to assume he's probably going to be one of the best in the league. But I don't know anything. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, you kind of hit it on the head. There's a lot of stuff there, and there's a lot of really annoying stuff there. and then you got Sandrill and Mega Latios. That's gonna be really easy to deal with, I'm sure.
Totally.
The scariest things I see on this team: Sandrill, Superior, and the Volcanion.
I would totally agree.
Good news is physical dark types can do alright against her as long as they have a way to get rid of Florges.
True. Hey. Thank you. That helps. Okay. So, as Dash says, while we move on to the next team, all eyes will be on Cal. Speaking of the next team, the Golden State War Turtles are kind of coached by Dash, the Master of Stories. His team consists of Rapidash, Scizor, Mudsdale, Mega Charizard Y, Keldeo, Espeon, Swampert, Incineroar, the thing that you chuck into the ocean, Venusaur,
Pukey-Muku,
Sableye, Magneton, Armaldo, Type Null, and Lapras. That is a very, very good team. And then there's some weird
diverse.
things, like the thing that you chuck in the ocean. I do not say that thing's name.
Pukey-Muku.
You guys can say it. It's just the thing that I chuck in the ocean because of how much I don't like it.
Hey Dash, I'm about to ask you one question. Did you draft Type Null for Eviolite?
Dash says yes on that remark. And Dash's team, as he will say, is very deep, and that is very true. But
Meh. Not impressed. I mean, I only get to play it with one, so I'm totally not impressed by it at all. He should just forfeit.
I played Dash week 5, and that is kind of scarier than I'm expecting. Though I see some holes that I can make very clear, and I see some things that I can take advantage of. Which is good, because I need to. And Dash has probably one more comment before we move on to the next division. Banded Rapidash
Dash loves the
Bounce.
horses, apparently. Dash is like, I want all the horses.
He didn't get Zebra Strike,
Brony
though.
bait.
That's true. Dude, you have to get Zebstrika now. You have to drop something for Zebstrika.
Dash wants to know who has the most power in the Leaf Vision. I don't know if that's a question or is that a statement.
The Hokage?
Yeah. Go ahead, bring your banded bounce. You'll miss, I guarantee it.
Question. Thoughts on who has the most power in the division that we just went through?
Oh.
Personally, I go
I'm
Cal.
gonna go with Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit Latios.
Yeah.
Tuan says the Detroit Latios is coached by Cal. Anyone else? And that's saying a lot
Cal.
because Skyla has a really good team too. But I'm going to say Detroit Latios is definitely. I wouldn't be too surprised to see them in the top 4. Dash says Sky has a great first half. Well, Cal has a great second half, and vice versa. Well, I'd say the end of Cal's draft from like Seismitoad is down is like really good. Because who drafts Seismitoad, Tornadus Incarnate, and Volcanion in like the 10th to 12th round?
Well, everyone kind of forgot Volcanion was a thing, so they didn't even put it on the list.
Yeah, most people forgot about Volcanion being there. Okay, I need to now change this over, as now we're going to be talking about the next team. There we go. Throw that over. The next team is going to be Big Bad, coach of the Melbourne Magnetons. Big Bad's team. Hold on.
It's cancer. This team is cancer.
There we go. Big Bad's team is going to be consisting of Hitmonlee, obviously because he is the master of Unburden, Cresselia, Ferrothorn, Mega Blastoise, Zergstreet, Mamoswine, Slurpuff, Como-O, Volcarona, Gliscor, Furfrou, Flareon, and Talonflame. Now looking over his team, he has, obviously he knows how to use Hitmonlee very well. He's like the master of Hitmonlee. Cresselia, on the other hand, another mon that he's used before, I believe. I think I remember him using it. Another really good kind of like bulky mon that can set up. Ferrothorn, obviously one of the best ways of putting up hazards, but everyone knows what you're going to do with Ferrothorn. There's no surprises with Ferrothorn. Mega Blastoise, a really good rapid spinner, really good at doing Orange job. Zergstreet's an interesting one. I mean, it's his electric type, I could say, but we don't know how well that Ultra Beast will work, if any of the how well any of the Ultra Beasts will work in League play. Mamoswine, obviously a fantastic ground, ice type, very good offensively. Sometimes dies rather quickly if you're not careful though. He got Slurpuff late in the game, which was really, really good. Slurpuff, one of the really good fairy types from Gen 6, I think. Yeah, Gen 6. Chuang says to, first off, bring rocks and make sure that they stay. And then number 2, Zergstreet is insane. And can late sweep at the end game. Como-O, which is his dragon type, shuts down Hyper Voice. Hardcore. It does not shut down Banded Quick Attack, though. Volcarona, one of the best setuppers in the game. I've seen Volcarona sweep more teams than any other Pokemon in my terms of League play. And that was just by one coach. Or 2 coaches, I should say. Sokka and Reggie. Gliscor sniped from me, because Gliscor was supposed to finish off my team, but that's okay. I got Shaman instead. Really good at stalling, really good at could be setting up. Can defog, though you're not going to see a defog variant too often. Furfrou, I don't know why he drafted Furfrou. He's not on here to defend his Furfrou pick. Flareon, a really good fire type, as he didn't really have a fire type to begin with. Physical fire type that can flare blitz. Choice band is pretty interesting. Yeah, Furfrou is kind of bulky, however, it's Furfrou. And then last but not least, he picked up Talonflame, which, if this was a Gen 6 draft, most people would pick up Talonflame really fast. But with Gen 7 and Gale Weens getting nerfed, I don't know. I don't think we'll see Talonflame every game, a lot of the games, but Talonflame will be something that people have to prep for. And Dash makes the points for 11 points. That's what Talonflame is. Big Bad still got a pretty darn good deal. Any thoughts? I should probably unmute Caper again. There we go.
Alright, so you were saying something about the Ultra Beast? Yeah, the Ultra Beast are going to do really well, especially since we have 20 teams in this league. There's not really a whole lot of answers to certain ones, unless you do something stupid like, I don't know, draft 3 of them. They're going to all stand out pretty well. Yeah, Zergstreet with 173 special attacks. Like, oh, the ground types are dead? Well, you lose.
Wait, what's going on in my headset?
You're echoing a lot when I talk.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
But you might
One thing I
have
want
fixed
to know about his team is he basically is going to be relying on Mega Blastoise almost for spinning, because he has really I won't say shitty, but they're not the greatest way of removing hazards. Because Gliscor, you want defog, you can't run Poison Heal. Hitmonlee, you really don't want to be spending Rapid Spin on it that much. You want to do like Fake Out, normal gem garbage. And then Talonflame has taunt. Other than that, he's got some things that really do not like rocks. Volcarona is basically dead with rocks. Talonflame, dead because of rocks. So it's just one of those things where you gotta try to keep rocks off as much as you can.
Okay, I have crud. I don't know which team. Dash says to jump straight to AJ, and I will do that once I can figure out which sheet AJ's on.
He's on the pink one. He's the last guy in the pink stuff.
Okay.
Same division we just were in.
Okay, hold on. So that should be the other
I want
sheet.
Flying Gem back too, man. I don't make Drift Limb great again.
The last in the pink sheet. Yeah, okay, AJ. So we're going to skip Twong and Icebreaker for a second so we can talk, and Pedro. So we can talk about AJ. AJ, coach of the Vancouver Psyducks. His team consists of Protein Greninja, not Battle Bond, but not just Torrent, Protein Greninja, Mega Pinsir, Latios, Nidoqueen, Klefki, Virizion, Chandelure, Yuxi, Miltank, Sandslash, Manectric, Bisharp, Minior, and Pikachu. Oh, Dash says it's just Torrent, so they rebanned Protein. That makes life a lot better.
Why would Protein not be banned?
I remember doing a voting and they let Protein be available. Evidently too many people said that no, so that's good. So that is just Torrent Greninja. That makes life a lot better. I don't face AJ though.
So strictly Torrent, no Battle Bond.
Right.
Okay.
I will say though, AJ sniped Chandelure, Yuxi, and Sandslash from me. But that's okay. Life happens. Dash, you said you wanted to talk about AJ. Do you have any thoughts before you have to leave? And he's typing. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk just quick. Latios, obviously really awesome. Greninja can do a lot even with Torrent. Mega Pinsir, even though it's super powerful, you kind of know what Mega Pinsir's going to do. Nidoqueen can do a whole lot. Can be an attacker, can be a support mon, can be a defender. Klefki, obviously prankster shenanigans. Virizion's a lot better than people make it out to be. Chandelure, a ghost type that can also life orb fire boom you in the face, is very scary. Yuxi is a very nice wall. I should know, I had Yuxi in the PDD. Miltank is one of the most annoying mons in the game because you know there's only one move that you're going to be used against, and that's fighting type. So you just run a barrier to where that doesn't happen. Sandslash is a decent rapid spinner. It's not the best in the world, but it's not the worst. Manectric is an okay electric type. Not the best in the world. Bisharp completely forgets the fact that Defog's a thing. And if you forget that Bisharp's a thing, your Defog's going to suddenly mean that you're being sweeped. Minior can Shell Smash and just destroy. And then Pikachu is, I think, AJ just trying to show off. As Dash is going to say here, he sniped me and most of anyone. His team hits hard, but you know what most of his mons are going to do. After this draft, he doesn't have a top 5 team, so if he does well, it highlights his skill more than his team. His team is balanced and nice, but obvious. And Twong says rocks also helps against AJ because only Sandslash and Latios can get rid of those rocks. And you need really good hazard control if you want to use Mega Pinsir properly. Also, if you want to use Chandelure very well, because Chandelure takes 25% from rocks. But he can set up rocks, and he can just switch into Bisharp to where rocks aren't an issue. Or, I mean, the rocks will still go, but then you have a really powerful Bisharp sitting in front of your face. As Dash says, Weavile kills him. Very much so if you run the right set. Do you have any thoughts, T-Bug, as you're the only one who's actually going to talk? Because Caper kind of left.
I think you guys kind of hit everything. Yeah, it's kind of just, it's a decent looking team. It's got some really scary things, but Dash is kind of right here. A lot of his things are kind of the one good set, and then you just do some weird random thing that may just completely blow up in your face. Everything else. Except for like Latios. Latios can do like DD and stuff, so Latios can do some stuff.
And Caper has rejoined us. Do you have any thoughts, Caper?
I want to say that AJ sniped me because when I wasn't paying attention, I had tried to grab Sand Slash. So when I came back, I was surprised to see that Sand Slash was gone, and I'm like, no. But yeah, his team seems really powerful. That Pikachu just sitting there though, it kind of bugs me.
And AJ is in the chat, however, he's not joining us, so he did not get to hear us talk about his team. Okay, so Dash probably has to go, but potentially he'll stay for a little bit longer. We are going to move on now to the Vancouver Golducks and Coach Twong, who is in the chat and who is listening right now. His team consists of Sigalith for some stupid reason, Kartana, Mega Diancie, Toxapex, Electros, Donphan, that was a massive snipe, Ninetales, Noivern, Dusclops, Aerodactyl, Spiritomb, Blissey, Heracross, Ambipom, and the most powerful Pokemon in the game, Shuckle. Yes, there are 3 Vancouvers. Psyducks by AJ, the Golducks by Twong, and the Politoads by Ice, who is up next. But first
Too many
off,
Canadians.
yes, much of the Canadians this go around. I very much question Sigalith. I mean, I know
Why?
Sigalith can do stuff, but I still question Sigalith. But that's his franchise to pick, so that's the only reason that it makes sense. Kartana is really good at what it's doing, but if you know that Kartana is coming, literally dies to like a non-stab hidden power fire probably. I haven't done the calcs. I bet you hidden power
Well,
fire.
it doesn't even use power fire. It can just it doesn't take any special attack. Well, even if it's resisted,
Eat
it's just
this Ember.
Yeah, it could probably die to Monferno Umber. Then Mega Diancie, one of the biggest base stat totals in the game, sitting at 700. Really good Mon, but there's about 3 or 4 sets to do with it. Toxapex is just a wall. It's kind of like the middle finger wall for his team. Electros, you know, not having a ground weakness on electric type is pretty nice, but it's still an Electros. Donphan, a really nice rapid spinner. However, that's his. Well, does Shuckle get rapid spin? Why would you
no.
run Shuckle rapid spin anyway? That's really his only form of hazard removal. I mean, Mega Diancie gets Magic Bounce, but that doesn't matter. And then there's some defoggers. But as of rapid spinners, Donphan's his only choice, which is, I mean, it's still a really nice rapid spinner, but it's Donphan. Ninetales, so if he wants to play some drought shenanigans, he can. Noivern is fast and is a dragon type, but dies like really fast. Dusclops, ghost type, bulky with an Eviolite, Aerodactyl, fast physical, Spiritomb, I don't know why he got another ghost type. Blissey, Blissey's a wall, kind of like Miltank, except, yeah, it's Blissey. Heracross, obviously a really nice bug fighting, which is good at taking out a lot of things. Ambipom, Skill Link is always very valuable. In Ambipom, I've seen put in a lot of work in teams. And then Shuckle is just Shuckle.
Alright, back to the Donphan thing. His team doesn't really give that much of a crap about hazards. It's not like half his team is weak to it. But one big concern I have for his team is Toxapex, Dusclops, and Blissey are all extremely passive.
Very true. They just kind of sit there.
And those are his main walls, and they just sit there, and if something hits like a substitute on them, they're in a lot of trouble. and then you can just get swept by that. So he's got
Set
to
up
be really
fodder.
careful not to actually bring too many of them, and just let himself get set up on destroyed.
Set up fodder. Okay, next up, we have Icebreaker, the rookie for this league, as he's only had 4 matches in his life in league play. His team consists of Polytoad, Megaglade, Zapdos, Rotomwash, Nidoking, Fortress, Metagross, Kyurem, Azelf, Gorbis, Feraligatr, Lunicolo, and Escavalier. First off, I just want to say the fact that if he... Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. He drafted Escavalier, which works perfect if you have a fire type with Flash Fire. He did not get that. But that's okay.
No
He still has like Rotom Wash. And he has a lot of steel types. He has 3 steel types, I believe.
Yeah.
He also has Smash
2
Pass
which
with
are
Gorbis.
quad weak to fire.
3 things quad weak to fire, that is true. I mean, his...
Yeah, general thing. Yeah, overall, he's got a rain team with really one sort of rain sweeper in Ludicolo, and he basically has to almost bring Politoed to every game, because if he doesn't, Fortress, Metagross, and Escavalier just get rolled over by fire types.
Very true. I mean, it's not the worst team in the world, but
No.
there's some inconsistencies. However, it still will probably do a lot. And I know I face him week 2. And I'll be very excited to see how that match rolls. Okay, we have one more team on this sheet. And that is going to be Pedro's team, coach the Victoria Vaporeons. I almost said Vapions. I am not cheat, sorry. Pedro's team consists of Mega Altaria, which is his franchised pick, Victini, Jolteon, Bronzong, Hydreigon, Komala, Empoleon, Chestnut, Exploud, Quillfish, Alakazam, and Machamp. First off, if anyone has seen my videos, they obviously know Mega Altaria and Victini do pair pretty decently together. I've had them on teams. Jolteon is a very nice, fast electric type. I don't know if it's a 3rd round pick, and I don't believe Zors thought it was a 3rd round pick at all. Bronzong, a very nice steel type. Hydreigon, a really good dragon type, but dies very hardcore to fairies. Komala is Komala. Empoleon does very nice at setting up hazards and defogging them away. But that's kind of his hazard control. He's kind of just that defog. Unless you want to run defog on Mega Altaria. Chestnut.
Does he even get it?
I think so. I think.
Let's see.
Chestnut.
No, it doesn't.
It does not?
Nope.
Okay, so his hazard control lies in Empoleon. Quillfish obviously sets up toxic spikes and kind of just does things. Exploud gets soundproof again, which I hate. Komala gets rapid spin. Okay, that would be why there's not that much hazard control. Komala gets rapid spin. I should have known that. I've done that before. As I said, Exploud gets soundproof, so I'd automatically hate it. Alakazam is very nice psychic type, but kind of fragile at points. And then Machamp is just kind of the fighting type. Outside of Chestnut. Pedro's team is scary and has options. But it's not the scariest team in the book.
No, I think it's probably. I like this team a lot, though. I like it a lot.
Okay. And any thoughts? Who out of the 5 and in this division, who do you think has the most powerful, best team? Personally, I kind of have to go with AJ, just because he sniped so many of us. I'd either go AJ or I kind of want to go Twong, because he has a lot of really hard hitters. But I think I'll lean towards AJ. Any thoughts on who has the best team? Oh, my internet's dying. That's not fun. Yeah, the internet died, so that's probably why they can't hear me. Well, it's reconnecting now. Okay, now we're back.
Side note, I think Quillfish is actually a better rain sweeper than the rain sweepers that the rain team has.
I would totally agree to that. I'm going to say again, because my internet just died in the middle of that, so whatever you said outside of Quillfish was not covered. Who do you think has the best team?
I gotta say Twong.
Twong. T-Bug, what's your thoughts?
I can't hear Commander anymore. What happened? Did he die?
Can you hear me?
Kind of, really vaguely.
That's not very good. It should still work, but
Oh no.
all I want, Caper, you might have to tell him is
I don't know what happened to Commander. He went really
I am now
quiet. You can
evidently
kinda hear him vaguely,
extremely
but-
quiet. Let me see. Here.
I can hear him.
Yeah, Caper can hear me. Let me mute myself and...
Because I can hear him, but it's really quiet. I was like trying to hear him.
Do you hear me now?
Dang, you can't hear me either?
I can hear you, Caper. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear Caper. Techno, I don't think it's that. Here, let me disconnect and... Oh, a lot of people are... Can you hear me better?
There we go. That worked. I don't know what happened.
Okay. It might have been because of... And AJ is now joining us. It might have been because my internet died in the middle of me talking.
Alright, so I'm assuming you were asking probably which team you think is the best one in the division.
Yes.
I like the Vaporeons.
So we have 1 vote for Pedro, we have 1 vote for AJ, and we have 1 vote for Twong. Someone has to... First person to say who's... Not you, Twong. Someone else. Who... So there's a tie right now. Everyone kind of agreed that Cal was the best in the last division. Who is the best in this? People should be doing it in chat eventually. Not the people who we're voting for, though. Oak says Pedro. So the Vaporeons will take the top spot for this division.
I like this. I like this Oak fellow. He's a smart man.
Okay. Now I need to set up... Nope, that is not the right one to set up. I need to set up for the next round. We have been going for 47 minutes, which is kind of surprising.
Damn, we've been talking too much. What the hell? Shiinotic was for 1 point?
Wait, what?
I was just looking at some of the next teams, and Sheet got Shiinotic for 1 point. How'd that happen?
Some of these Pokemon weren't on the list. That's why Gumshoes was 1 point.
Well, I get why Gumshoes is 1 point, because Gumshoes is garbage.
What?
Yeah, Cheat bypassed the law for the most part, but that's okay. It's
Damn,
better
Cheat
that
got-
it's better that
Score
Chinook
there.
was 1 point than Volcanion or Keldeo being 1 point.
Shiinotic, though, at 1 point. Damn.
Okay, next
I
up.
thought I was cool because I got Thoracat. He gets freaking Shiinotic over here.
Next is going to be Taco, coach of, not Taco, Taco with a K, coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, whose team is franchised Mega Medicham, Tapu Koko, Mandabuzz, Diggersby, Beware, Decidueye, Weezing, Oricoro, Ribombee, Gramble, Basculin, Dodrio, Araquanid, and Gumshoes.
Catch this Thunderbolt.
Tapu Koko worth 20 points. Very good, Mon. I mean, his team has some scary picks. Like Mega Medicham obviously can do a whole lot. Tapu Koko is just like a god itself. Rabombi is like if Baton Pass clause is off, Rabombi can totally put in a lot of work passing things. And then he has Gumshoes for a point.
So yeah, as Caper was saying, he kind of loses the circuitry.
Yeah, besides Diggersby. But
Yeah.
Zixtree also
Well,
gets energy ball.
Riggersby's not going to enjoy that energy ball.
Not at all. But it's still a very good team for Taku,
Yeah,
who
I
like
the team a lot. I think he's got to be a little cautious around other electric types, especially if they can outspeed Coco, because the electric terrain gives them a bigger boost than you probably want.
yeah.
And
I'll
his,
probably say, wait, no, he wouldn't face Pedro.
yeah,
I was just
his-
thinking he
his
probably want to
electric
watch out for
resist,
Alakazam.
Sorry, yeah, he's got Diggersby to immune electricity, and then his resistor Coco, who boosts the electricity, so it's not really a resist anymore, and Decidueye, who it's Decidueye. Okay, great, whoopee-doo.
And Twang is going to point out the rocks will help against him as well. I don't face
Yes,
Taco,
he will.
so it doesn't bother me.
Does he have any hazard removal? Oh no, Decidueye gets defog, never mind. Alright everyone, so prepare for Magic Coat Medicham or defog Decidueye every week.
I think also, doesn't Mandibuzz get defog?
Oh, I keep forgetting Mandibuzz. How did I forget Mandibuzz? Mandibuzz is like one of the best defoggers.
I'd agree to that. But he has no rapid spin, so Bisharp will totally enjoy taking those defogs.
Yes, and Bisharp will totally enjoy that high jump kick too, right?
Totally. Okay, moving on to the next team. We have the San Antonio Cucks, the Lilycoat Lopunnies, Coach 27. His team is Mega Lopunny, Thundurus Incarnate, Mimikyu, Vaporeon, Celebi, Flygon, Darmanitan, Golisopod, Alolan Sandslash, Diancie, Typhlosion, and Murkrow. 27's team is very powerful and very scary, but very small. I think he has the smallest team.
One thing
This
I
is
do
actually
eight
the
Mon.
least I've ever feared one of 27's teams.
Yeah. Oh, this is Caper's favorite team, I'm sure. You love Lopunny, right, Caper?
And my internet just bugged out.
Good job. Yeah. Yeah, 27 got another really good team, so screw him.
I don't face 27, which is kind of a bummer, but it also saves my life.
I don't either. Oh, happy day. That's everyone else's problem.
Ha ha.
Sorry. Next, we have...
Thing swept my team so many times.
Yes.
Caper, do you get to play him? Ooh, Caper, you do get to play 27.
And he leaves. However, next we have Cheat, coach of the effing Garchomps, not coach of the Washington Blizzards anymore. And Cheat's team consists of Garchomp, Infernape, Raikou, Tentacruel, Dhelmise, Snorlax, Togekiss, Dowblade, Reuniclus, Leaveney, Mega Sharpedo, Togedemaru, Piloswine, and Chinook. His fairy type being a Togekiss is really nice. Also
Chinook's
being
a fairy too.
a Chinook is not that bad for 1 point. Should be like 7 points or so, but that's okay.
Got 4. So that's the thing.
Dhelmise is pretty darn sweet. Tentacruel is a fantastic way of getting rid of hazards. Infernape always likes to destroy things. Mega Sharpedo is not as bad as everyone makes it to be. Snorlax will just sit there and want you to draw it like French girls. Raikou is honestly not that bad of an electric type and does really, really well. His steel typings are interesting, being Dow Blade and Tokidamaru. Hey, Skyla is... Did Skyla join us? Yes, Skyla did join us, however the fact that we already went over Skyla's team. But you'll be able to hear it later on when this gets up. He picked up Leavening for certain things that I know that Cheat can do, but that was a really sad pick.
It does sticky webs. That's what it does.
But overall, Cheat, as normal, picked up a fantastic draft. I'm less scared of Cheat's draft than I normally am, but I face him, so I have to be careful on that.
I also really like Cheat, especially in this league, since we don't make you a Mega Evolve in the first turn. Mega Sharpedo is even better.
Very true. Oh. Okay, the next team, and he is sitting in here, is Zach, coach of the Atlanta Altarias. His team consists of Crobat, Necromancer, Mega Swampert, Diddle, Tyranitar, Pelipper, Kingdra, so we have Swift Swim Sweep, Dugtrio, regular Dugtrio, Haxorus, Registeel, Trevenant, I don't know how to say it, Porygon Z, Acelgor, the piece of crap that Acelgor is, and then he has Linoon for some reason, but Linoon can do one thing and one thing really well, and you have to prep for that one thing, or just bring Ghost type. Necrozma. Okay. I obviously don't know how to pronounce things, but Zach's team is good.
This is a good rain team. This is a good rain team.
Very good rain team with Mega Swampert and Pelipper and Kingdra. He gets a very nice, and yeah, I know that Linoon does not get Shadow Claw. Oh yeah, it doesn't Linoon get Shadow Claw? It kind of does, but well, I think so. I don't remember.
It does.
So that's for the Ghost type. So Extreme Speed Belly Drum will hurt that much, but
Well, the problem with Linoon is it still dies when anything touches it. So just punch it while it sets up, and it.
27's here. 27 missed us. I'm talking about him. He'll come and say something, trust me.
Now how shitty his draft is.
27 will talk. But Zach's team, he has some pretty nice hazard control. I mean, Crobat honestly can work sometimes. Acelgor does nice at setting up, and whatever Acelgor does, I never figured out how Acelgor worked.
It clicks spikes and bug and focus blast and taunt or something.
Why doesn't 27 want to talk? He always talks in these things. Fine, 27. He's not even listening.
That's a mighty fine Ultra Beast he has in this team. And Ditto's there. Curse you, Ditto.
Yeah, Ditto. Oh, 27 must not be feeling good, because you don't want to hear what he sounds like. So he's probably sick. So, oh, he joined, so he's gonna listen at least.
Well, he came for that one.
And now I have to change the one for next one, which is I believe.
And he instantly leaves.
I believe is Techno's team. Right here. Boom. Techno's team. And it is going to be Techno's team. The Charlotte Charmeleons consists of Milotic, Kyurem freaking Black, Clefable, ouch, Tornadus Therian, Hitmontop, Cobalion, Gligar, Rodamheat, Sharpedo, Gourgeist, Ariados, and Mega Aggron. If you look at his Fairy Dragon Steel core consisting of Kyurem Black, Clefable, Mega Aggron, you will crap your pants. Because that is a really good core.
Yeah.
Now his Firewater Grass Core of Rotom Heat, Sharpedo, Gourgeist is less to be desirable. But that's
Didn't Unaware get nerfed?
No.
No?
No, that was some bullshit someone started.
Ah, shit.
But Techno's team is pretty amazing. At least on paper. And I know that Techno is a very good battler, so I would expect him to see in the Final Four as well. That might not be my choice for best team, but Techno will probably prove otherwise.
This is definitely the division of death, because like all the teams are really good in this division.
Very true. Zach, your team is very good as well. So, speaking of teams, in this division, who has the best team? I'm voting Cheat.
I was gonna say Cheat too.
So we have two votes on Cheat. Zach votes Techno.
Well, it doesn't really matter since I either got to go between Taco or Cheat.
So the brothers, Cheat and Techno, kind of are the top two, and Taco does have kind of a vote. But I'm gonna say Cheat.
I'm saying Cheat, but I think 27 wants to win the division.
Yeah, 27. Yeah, knowing 27, he could just go and win the division. So
He probably will. And if he doesn't, he's gonna bring great shame to Samus. I think Caper really loves Mega Lopunny.
okay, now we're going to move on to the final ones, which sadly I forgot to put my own team on the list here, but we'll talk about that later on in life. Next we have the Chicago Vicavolts, which I don't know who the coach is. I think it's Cape, is it?
It's the almighty King Caper.
It is Caper. Coach of the Chicago Vicavolts, which team is Crocodile, Mega Charizard X, Starmie, Staraptor, Tapu Bulu, Vicavolt, thank the Lord, Scrafty, Rotom-Mow, Steelix, Regirock, Skuntank, Bruxish, and he still has 22 points left.
So, Caper, what are you doing with the last 22 points there?
I have no idea.
As do the rest.
I'll just leave it up to trades, really.
That is a very good point. First off, really good team. Starmie is a fantastic rapid spinner. Skuntank can defog and will defog, and Stench Sucker Punch is a thing and can completely screw over your opponent. I should know. I've done it to someone before. And then Mega Charizard X, honestly, a very nice Mega. Tapu Bulu will be interesting to watch. Vicavolt, if speed is ever an option, Vicavolt will be very hard to deal with. Any thoughts on your own team, Caper?
I just went for mons that I used before and know how to use. So I've used Crocodile, like for the 3 leagues I was in, I used Crook. This will be my first time using Charizard X in the league, but I'm familiar with it. I'm not too familiar with Starmie. I'm familiar with the Raptor. Tapu Bulu is my favorite. Tapu Vigavolt is one of my favorite 7-gen mons. I know how to use that. Like, most of the mons I drafted, I know how to use. Okay. So that's what I went for.
Yeah, I think it's a decent team overall.
Next is going to be the No Johns, or Hey Johns, because he's never on, so we try and get him on. There's a lot of ons. He is the coach of the Chicago Cubchoos, and his team consists of Gengar, Manaphy, Gardevoir, Dragonite, Tangrowth, Heatran, Medicham, Alolan Muck, Zygarde 10%, Electivire, Gyarados, Kabutops, and Argeotops. No John's team is a lot more scary when you start looking at things in it. Like, he has Manaphy, Tangrowth, and Heatran, and He also has a nice good chunk of hazard removal that he wishes to use if needed.
I think he's a little weak to earthquake spam.
Earthquake. Yeah, there's only
If
one.
Gengar dies, Heatran, LOL. Although Muck's only weakness is ground, Electivire gets destroyed by it. Cabidops gets destroyed by it. Medicham doesn't like taking earthquakes, and Gardevoir really doesn't like taking earthquakes either. So
Very
Dragonite, I can get a couple immunities, but those also just get run over by like I don't know, like electric or ice guard or something like that, and it's all right. But yeah, I think that earthquake thing could be a problem.
Next, we have Oaks, coach of the Toronto Therians, and mascot slash favorite mon is slash franchise is Landorus Therian, Tapu Fini, Celestia Steel, ouch, Heliolisk, Alolan Marowak, Minshao, Mega Alakazam, Golbat, Umbreon, Zygarde, 27's Porn Collection, Cradilly. Actually, Oak has Skuntank, Audino, and Delphox.
I dislike this team with great intensity.
It is his first 3 picks scare about anyone going after him. Lando T is really good.
Too. It's like, oh, you want to kill Celesteela? Yeah, that's not happening.
Tapu Fini can pretty much just sit on anything and completely do work. And Celestia Steel is like one of the best UBs. As it only has 2 weaknesses, being electric and fire.
Yeah, he built a disgusting team around Celesteela. That thing is going to be there forever.
And it will not go away.
No, it's never going away. He's got Marowak to go, oh, no electric type for you. And then he's got Finny's like, oh, that fire type was nice.
Is a very... But I think the only thing I could see being able to take out this team is if Oak brings the same kind of 7 or so Mons. And then people can predict it.
That could be fun. Also, I think Nahil Lego can destroy him pretty easily, too.
Yeah.
That's just me, though.
But expect
I
Oak
like
to
that.
put in a lot of work. We're going to skip over me because I don't have that set up yet. But we are going to go to the last team on the list, whom is going to be Bacon. I don't know what coach he is because I don't have it up yet.
He coaches the Fall River Flow Souls.
Fall River Float Souls and coach Bacon. His team consists of Weavile, Magearna, Conklander, Mega Manectric, Entei, Blastoise, Garbodor, Growlithe, Mesprit, Meganium, Ursaring, Toucannon, and Tyrantrum. Yes, Oak, we do know that Zygarde is a thing, and Heliolisk and Cradilly get water immunities. We don't want to talk about your overpowered team anymore.
We dislike your team with great intensity.
But, moving on to Bacon's team, which, for the amount of time Bacon was actually in the chat, he didn't get all that bad of a team.
Yeah, there's some things on there, like, whatever. But yeah. Meganium is bad. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it's just bad. Cannons, it's got a high attack, I guess. Garbodor is going to get run over real quick by everything. Golurk might be okay, and Mesprit is probably the worst of the leg trio.
Yeah, it is the worst of the leg trio.
Started off so well, and then it fell off a cliff, I think, with starting with Garbodor.
I would totally agree with that.
'Cause, I mean, Weavile, Magearna, Conkeldurr, Mega Manectric, Entei, and Blastoise, those 6 alone are like, that's a great team. And after that, you'll bring maybe Golurk a couple times, maybe Ursaring for a gimmick 1 week, and then Tyrantrum could do some head smash shenanigans, and the rest of them you'll like, never bring.
I would totally agree with that. But Bacon, like, out of all, well, nope, we haven't got to mine yet. Out of the ones that we've seen, Bacon's is like the least scary, but that might be the best thing for him.
Well, like I said, it's only least scary if you just look at the last couple months and go, okay, that's not too bad. But then you look at the rest of them on top of like, oh dear.
Miss Spirit, according to Oaks, is his only legit rocker. I mean, there's Tyrantrum, but Angola.
That is true. That's his only legit rocker. Garbodor gets Toxic Spikes, which could be a thing. And then his only real hazard removal is Blastoise.
Very true. And that can die quickly if you're used to knowing what to do. Okay, I now have to switch to the main screen as we are going to Sylveon Casey, coach of some random guy called Commander. I don't know who this guy is.
I heard some scrub.
Very much. I now need to switch over to my team. So I have, okay. His team consists of, and this is not going to be order because this is in the order of my last video. Sylveon, Shaman, Magnezone, Goodra, Mega Absol, Arcanine, Suicune, Claydol, Togetic, Articuno, Drapion, Luxray, Frostlass, and Rhyperior. This, according to Dash, was the least scariest team and looked very not intimidating at all. But I'm not going to say anything. I doubt they're going to talk. 27 is finally on again, but he's just listening. What are your guys' thoughts on my very plushy team?
All right. My biggest problem with your team is your only hazard removal is Defog Articuno and Rapid Spin Claydol. Those are both unbelievably awful. And that's the big problem with the team, I think. Other than, yeah, you can use Magic Bounce Absol. Except you don't want to switch in Absol on anything, because if they attack instead of throw up hazards, your Absol's dead. That's my main concern with it.
Also, someone said in chat... Oh, no one said anything in chat. Yeah, the hazard... Normally for me, I bring a lot of hazard control. I did not do that this go around. Mainly because Dawn Fan was sniped for me, but that's besides the point. Oh, speaking of which, I have my list of my hit list of every single person who sniped me.
You don't have the best hazard setting options either. I mean, I think Claydol gets rocks, but again, you don't want to bring Claydol almost ever. Rhyperior, yeah, but it's got those couple really bad weaknesses. And then some of them are just there. Like Luxray's okay, kind of. Articuno could be kind of interesting couple weeks. Togetic just needs to not get knocked off. Absol could be kind of fun. Frostlass is really frail. Arcanine and Suicune are kind of fat. It's got some fat. It's a good fat UU team. And I think it's alright, but yeah.
Just how many people sniped me? Big Bad, Cheat, Twong, AJ Blue, Pedro, Twong, AJ, Dash.
Fun.
How many is that? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And those were Gliscor, Reuniclus, Donphan, Slanchdash, Chandelure, Cryogonal, Empoleon, Aerodactyl, Yuxi, and Armaldo. And if you go through all of those, I think every single one of them, besides Chandelure, either puts up rocks, or can put up rocks, or can get rid of rocks. And that's going to be my fault, probably, but that's perfectly okay. I've been in enough leagues to know how I can deal with not having enough hazard removal. And I've watched enough replays to know what you are not supposed to do with not enough hazard removal. Okay. And yes, if I actually faced AJ, he would definitely be on the hit list. However, I don't even face him. So,
AJ, your team's good. It's not as bad.
With that being said, hold on, I need to scoot that back up. I can assume I know who I would choose for the best person in my division.
Alright, go ahead.
Oaks.
Yeah.
I think everyone and their mother can agree that Oaks is the best there.
Yeah, that Celesteela is going to be a nightmare.
He's going to be a very... I don't think I even face Oaks. Do I face him?
No, for some reason the schedule says you're in a different division. I don't know why that is.
Yeah. Oh. So I think we all agree that Oaks is, there's no reason to try and disagree there. So, as we're going to conclude this very nice, long, almost hour 15-minute video, let's talk about week 1. I mean, I'll talk about week 1 again in other videos, but let's talk about week 1. We have Skyla going to be facing off against Blue. We have Cal going to destroy me. We have T-Bug facing off against Dash.
No, it's not gonna be a face-off. That's gonna be face caving.
Face cave.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We
cave his
have-
face in.
We have Twong facing off against Ice. We have Big Bad facing off against Pedro. We have Taco facing off against Oaks. We have 27 facing off against Techno. We have Cheat facing off against Zach. We have Caper facing off against No Johns. And we have AJ facing off against Bacon. Any predictions on who wins what matches? I can already do my picks for the week.
I'm definitely going to destroy one senior Dash. See, when are you uploading this video?
As soon as internet allows, so it'll probably be up 2 a.m.-ish.
I have nasty, horrible intentions for senior Dash.
Just going over my picks. Skyla's going to win her match. T-Bug's going to win his match. Cal's going to win my pathetic excuse for a match. I think Twong will win against Ice, even though I'd really like to see Ice just somehow make amazing plays, but I don't know how that will work in his first main league. Big Bad's going to win against Pedro. 27's going to win his match against Techno. Yes, Techno will lose. 27 will win. Cheat is obviously going to, well, yeah, Cheat's going to beat Zach. That'll be like one of Cheat's few wins. No Johns is going, that's a hard one. Caper and No Johns will be an interesting one. And then Oaks is going to beat Taco, and AJ is going to beat Bacon. So, that is all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you T-Bug and Caper for hopping in and joining me. And thank you all the people who listened. My name is Commander, coach of Sylveon KC for the ZASTL Season 1 post-draft analysis. We will see you again for more ZASTL videos.